What's up everyone, Andrew here from Modi Video. Now in a previous episode, I showed you guys what it took to prepare our project cars to compete at the 2022 World Time Attack Challenge. Well, now in this episode, I'm going to show you how our project cars performed at the event. Let's go. Now, thanks to the support of Sparesbox, we had 3 project cars running at the 2022 Yokohama World Time Attack Challenge across 3 different categories. We had our R32 GTR Skyline competing in the Turbo Smart Flying 500. We had our Toyota Supra competing in the Hawkins Club Sprint class. And we had our long-term project car JET200 competing in the GCG Open class. First up, let's take a look at how our R32 GTR went in the Flying 500. Now, an 800 horsepower, 9-second R32 GTR is actually considered a bit of a baby in the Flying 500, but our project car held its head high and had some pretty good results against some pretty stiff competition. It also did 4 runs back to back, proving it's a genuine street car. Now, my goal for day 2 though was to crack 250 kilometers per hour. Let's see how it went. Well, our GTR hit its target of 250 k's an hour and performed flawlessly all weekend. Literally, all I had to do was start it, warm it up, and do the runs. And we were able to do every single run that we were offered over the entire weekend. And it was great to get the car out in front of Modi Video fans so they could see the car in action. Now, over in Hawkins Club Sprint class, our Toyota Supra also performed flawlessly. Now, I took the Supra to World Time Attack purely so I had a simple, fun car to drive at the event with no pressure. If anything, it was a stress relief driving that car compared to everything else going on with Modi Video at the event. Now, day 1 was a practice day with no timing, so we decided to run on the tyres already on the car. The Zestino Greg 07 RS, which had been on the car for over a year now, so weren't exactly in the best condition anymore after everything this car has done. But it did allow us to test out the balance with the new aero and the suspension alignment from DNA Autosport. Day 2 at World Time Attack was race day, so we bolted on some brand new Yokohama AO52 tyres, one of the control tyres in Club Sprint class at World Time Attack, with a 295 on the back and a 275 up front, and it totally transformed the car. It went from feeling like a performance street car to a track day car. Overall, the Supra did exactly what I wanted it to do. I got to have some fun, put in some fast laps, and get the Modi Video and Sparesbox brand in front of a whole bunch of eyeballs all weekend at World Time Attack. Now, the GTR and the Supra performed flawlessly at World Time Attack all weekend, but on the other hand, JET200, well, JET200 made us really work for it to get any laps under our belt, but sometimes you have highs and sometimes you have lows in motorsport. Now, we have a full documentary on our Modi Video YouTube channel going into every little detail of everything that happened both before the event, with a last-minute engine removal and fix, and at the event. It shows the highs and lows of motorsport and just how great our team was. Make sure you go check it out, the 3-part video series on Modi Video. But for now, you guys get an exclusive look at what happened at World Time Attack. Now, on day 1, we sent John Boston out in JET200 for the very first time, running on second-hand old tyres just so he could get a feel for the new setup. Unfortunately, the old tyres were a little too old and the front right tyre failed. This meant the splitter hit the ground and tore it off its mounts. We also had an issue where the gearbox filler plug vibrated loose and we lost some gearbox oil. It was a massive day to get the car fixed, but our team did well and we got it ready for day 2. John's first flying lap in JET200 on race day was a 1 minute 33.792. Now, it may have only been a PB by 6/1000ths of a second, but a PB is still a PB, and it was a perfect way to set a new benchmark for the car, taking it out in its base setup. But once again, the splitter had torn itself off its mounts. The team set about fixing it up as best they could, but we missed the second session. We also made some rear spring alignment and sway bar adjustments, as well as turned the power up, ready for the third session. Unfortunately, an electrical issue shut the car down before John could start his second lap. The electrical issue was a combination of some wiring being over 10 years old and a sensor failure. The car itself was mechanically fine, but our weekend was over. Overall, we were really happy with the potential that the car showed. It was just a few old things letting the car down. Our plan from here is we're going to completely rewire the car with a modern ECU and convert over to a dry sump and reinforce some of the aero work before we head back out and try and reach our goal of going into the 1 minute 30 bracket. Now, if you want to keep an eye on development of JET200, make sure you head over to our YouTube channel, Motive Video, subscribe, and you can see just how fast we make all of our project cars on Motive Video. See you next time.